This is an exchange. This is an exchange, and I don't have to, stand on my position.
Okay, well, keep saying.
Because one thing, just like how in the younger days, in the olden days, remember when we had to do book reports, and even back in the days when you're writing the book report, you write from the position as if the person
I have a feeling we're going to go the next hour and a half on this subject.
Right. Oh, no, we're not. Yaffa, sister, please chill. Now,
I'm chilling.
Please.
Say what you want to say.
It's not even. I said what I said. But what I'm stating is that the reason why, the reason, I don't know if you were listening, but listen, the reason why I did give that elaborate response was because some people may come in and they're listening for the first time. Some people may be like, okay, I don't even understand why this is even brought about. And then, like I said, I'm just about providing just a little bit more clarity and just addressing things because at the end of the day, like I said, knowing what we know today in regards to nationality and the history of our people, then I don't even see where there's even a place to be like niggas, 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 and then in the same breath say Europeans. Huh? So it's like you got to give Europeans but, that, like I said, I was just going to address that a little later because, there were a couple of people that did chime in about that. I got a couple of texts that came in. So, but back to what you were saying.
Yeah, I know. A lot of melanin people don't like the N word because they don't know words. Okay, let's do it this way. Dark complexion people speak English, don't know the language. So when they hear certain words, terms, and verbiage, they get bent out of shape about things that they don't comprehend because they do not know what they're saying because they don't know the language they speak because English is not their language anyway. So when somebody says certain things in this language that everybody speaks and almost nobody knows, most Europeans don't even know English. Most English people don't even know English in this country. They get all bent out of turn because they have some emotional attachment to a term.
I don't think it's about emotion.
Okay.
Once you get to a period of knowing what something
for the next hour?
But no, we don't have to. We're not going to discuss that. I just wanted to highlight that because, there's somebody calling. Somebody got a question, Yaffa. Wait 1 second.
Bring them on in.
Yaffa.
Bring them on in. Let's
Yaffa.
The word nigger.
Yaffa. I am. Girl, you got to calm down. I'm not mad. I hope you're not. Hold for 1 second.
No, I'm not angry. I was trying to make a point, and I got, totally cut off with where I was going about the history. So we're going to spend the next hour talking about the word niggers.
No. We're going to go back
people get offended with the word niggers, and they're two completely different words.
770-882. Welcome to the alert. Please state your name. Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia. This is Sister Dania. Hey, I'm following the conversation real good with either way you want to use it, but you guys is very educated, very well. I've learned it from the family. I love it. Keep on going, okay? I'm following you fine. All right. So
we'll talk. The people that know the people that know the word don't have a problem with the word because they know what it means. And for people that do not know what it means, they should just get with the word because they should be with Bobby Hemmett on it. Hell, if using the word is going to heat up the planet, let's make it real damn hot up in here. Well, go ahead. Bring in the next call.
No, that was the the person that just made a comment. But we will segue back onto the subject matter. But I just wanted to
forgot what it was.
Highlight that.
I remember saying something about Ethiopia, but I got lost from there.
What we were discussing. We were discussing the whole essence of you talked about the cannibalism. You talked about the Europeans of albinos being pretty much deported as a result of them being in debt. So it was pretty much like, the penal colonies were set up to house them. And then from there you went on to discuss how they were running away from their masters because of the treatment, and they wanted to be with us because we had more of a peaceful society. And then from there you went in to talk about the Indianization Acts, and as a result of that, why there were so many Europeans or albinos that are currently on the reservation.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that's where we left that.
I was done then.
Yes. I'm sorry?
That's the next question. It sounds like I was finished then. So,
right.
What's the next question?
Right, but you were speaking about the whole essence of the Indianization and everything, and how they didn't want the people, to mix among the people. I mean, mix, with the ancestors.
Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was saying about that, though. I lost my total train of thought. We went on completely different trains, so I don't know what I was saying about it. It sounds like whatever I was saying about it, I finished saying it. So, because I'm not sure. I don't recall where we were coming from or where I was going. People that know me well know that, when you cut me off, you take me way off, then I have to work on recalling or retaining what I was trying to say. But, I don't recall what I was trying. That's one of the reasons I stopped doing the show also. Disruptions, phone calls, and things like that. I'll forget what my train of thought was. The baby running around making noise, I'll forget what my train of thought was. So I don't recall what I was saying. I remember something about Indianization and something about Ethiopian, and I don't recall. I was trying to make a point, but I don't remember what it was, so it's not relevant at this point. We can, let's just segue on to something else.
Okay, but can you go in and provide a bit of clarity of what you were saying in reference to the mercenaries and the international bankers, as well as the crown, and working hand in hand, and then also too, actually, with the mercenaries and like the knights and their connection to the bankers? Because I remember before, we were talking some time ago, and you had mentioned that as well.
I think I already said what I needed to say about them and that. I don't recall what I was saying about it. Absolve me, sis, real talk. I'm not trying to be funny. I just don't recall what I was saying or where I was going. I really don't,
Okay.
If it comes to me, then, if something triggers a memory, then I'll try to go back there. But, I don't recall what I was saying. Whatever I was saying, I probably finished saying it already. I was probably done at that point with what I was saying about them. I don't remember. I don't recall. Because I'm not sure what we were talking about. I just don't, if you can remember what I was talking about, maybe you can trigger a memory. See, I know kind of what I was talking about. What happens is I lose track of what I was saying about the thing. And you can't tell me what I was saying about it because you're not in my head to know. Because remember, when I start talking, a lot of times the stuff just gets channeled through. I'm not sitting here with notes. I mean, you call me like an hour before the show and asked me could I do the show, tonight. It was, short notice. And, I told you it's an amazement that you got through because my ringer has been off. I just happened to look down and see the phone light up. And when I looked at it, after I got off, I checked and you had called a couple of times. But it's not like I have notepad and pencil or, in this case, since it's not my show, I didn't prepare with 3x5 cards, which I try to do. Like if I do a lecture or something, when people start asking questions, they get you off the tangent and off your train of thought. If I have my 3x5 cards, I can kind of go back to the 3x5 card and know where I was coming from and where I was going on this train because I prepared what I'm going to speak on. Tonight I haven't prepared, so I'm just channeling in what's coming to me from the orchestra, from the omniversal forces, what's coming through. So I don't recall, what was coming through, it's gone.
There's another caller that probably has a question.
Bring in the caller, sweetie.
Call 856-968. Welcome to Silver Alert. Please state your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, Islam. This is Brother Dawood Bey from Camden, New Jersey.
Islam, how are you?
How you doing, Ak?
Days. I have other exciting days, but since I'm listening to you and this energy you're spewing, it's making it a better day.
Who are you talking to, me or the sister? Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to. I caught you in the middle, so I'm not even sure your name at all. I'm talking about you, sister.
This is Yaffa. This is Sister Yaffa Bey. Hi,
all right, Islam.
Islam, baby.
I only interjected just because you were saying you lost your energy or where you were channeling.
When I'm talking to people, it just kind of comes from the omniversal forces if I don't have it planned and laid out.
Right.
I don't know what was coming. I got cut off.
Well, maybe I could trigger something.
Thank you, because every time I was trying to remember it and bring it back, I kept saying, well, let's get to where we're going because I'm going to forget where I was going, and I couldn't get back there because we couldn't get past that, so help me out. Thank you.
Well, I remember you was talking about passion, and you was talking about the Christian church and the self-inflictions, and then you was talking about Columbus being Jewish, and you was right around at the Portugal part, and next thing I know, you said niggas, and it just turned into something else. But I don't know if that might flick something on, because you I know you was right near the Columbus aspect and him being Portuguese and Jewish, and we're reporting back to the Portuguese.
Let me see. That helps a little bit. I just can't recall where I was coming from with it and where I was going with it.
It seemed like you were.
Daoud. Thank you so much for helping to try to trigger it. That'll give me something. At some point, something will probably trigger, and then I'll be able to get back on the tangent. A lot of times it's like I'll get off the air and go, dang, that's what I was trying to say. And it's like, well, we're off air now. So, Sister Asha, she doesn't know how I roll. So, like the last time I was on her show, she was like, dang, Sister Yaffa, I never heard nobody curse on air as much as you do. I'm like, well, people that are accustomed to me are accustomed to that. So, well, my listeners are not accustomed to it. Okay, fine. Thank you. But, I personally, I think I did real well tonight, Wide as it kept. So people that follow me, they know Yaffa doing real well tonight. But what was I saying?
It seems like you were trying to paint the picture of trading places.
It really doesn't matter what I was saying.
Occurred.
Let's get back to what you wanted me to share with your listeners. Maybe that'll help me remember where I was going. You were asking me historical questions, and I don't remember what the historical question was. Even though the brother is moving cobwebs in my mind, I do recall talking what I was saying, but again, I don't know what it was I was saying about that. You know what I'm saying? It's like people say, oh, you were talking about that. Yeah, I know I was talking about that, but I don't remember what I was saying or where I was going, because I was going somewhere. I was on a train making a point, and I don't remember what it was.
The point go ahead, Daoud.
No, I was going to say that I know it was something in regards. It seemed like Christianity was one of the underlinings, and I know it seemed like it was correlating with the misconception. It was dealing with slavery. It was dealing with the misconception of how people think slavery might have just been only our people, and it was like you was kind of pointing out Europeans was there, how people got here, how people were selling themselves, and then it seemed like from there you was painting the picture of don't misunderstand Christianity. And I know the energy was like Christianity is very demonic, and you didn't say those words, but you was kind of going in that direction about the self-infliction and the whole, it was like that seemed like that bubbled out of.
I kind of remember now. I do. I think I kind of remember now. I'm not sure that I can get back on the roll, but I kind of recall now where we were going. I really appreciate you calling in, Daoud. Thank you. Clearly you were paying attention, and that's splendid. I appreciate that. That means that what I'm saying is of significance to at least you. Thanks a lot.
Right, and I had recanted exactly what you were stating as well, so it is a blessing. I should say it's graceful that I was able to call in to add some additional commentary and some triggers.
I hope it helps.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, sweetheart. It helps. It helps.
All right, peace.
Peace.
I think peace. I say I hate that word peace. I have to say it a lot because people say it to you all. I can't stand that word, but okay. Peace means pax, and it means pact or compact and contract. I can't stand the term, but just like a lot of y'all can't stand niggas, I can't stand a lot of what people say to me all the time either, but I tolerate it and say it anyway. And now, I'm not going to roll with blessing under no circumstances. You know what I'm saying? But I just try to roll with where people are. But I think the point – go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I think the point was, I think you were trying to say about, you were asking about the people that got here, and I think what I was saying was a lot of Europeans were running away from, thanks to Daoud, a lot of Europeans were running away from the penal colonies or the punishment prison-type colonies. And as a result, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Damn, I lost it again. Alrighty then. Give me a minute. Let me play some music. Let me drink some water or something. Maybe it'll come back to me.
All right.
Play some music for a minute. Thanks.
Okay, we will be back. And caller 636, I see that you are online, so we will address your question or your comment as soon as you get on.